G'day and welcome to another Wimbledon video. Today we're going to head out into the field and look at some of the equipment that geographers use when they're trying to find out more about the world around them. I headed down to Anemometer rainforest and I got to use some amazing equipment to really look at and see what's happening down there in that rainforest today. Let's have a look. I'm here with a hygrometer. This instrument can give us the humidity percentage in the air. And what one does is they measure the dry temperature here on the left hand side, and then they get room temperature water and fill up this little tub here with water, and we have a piece of string kind of coming down connected to the other thermometer. And then you measure that, which is the wet temperature, and then here you've got a graph which has the difference in temperature and what that provides us as a percentage. So it's a relatively rudimentary way of you being able to measure percentage of humidity in the air. Next we have pH meters. Now these are 2-in-1 analyzers and they're looking at the soil. What they give us is a fertility measurement when we're looking for the ideal amount of fertility in the soil, as well as a pH meter where we're trying to find how alkaline or acidic the soil is. This gives geographers a great idea of what's happening to the soil in different parts of the environment. So we're here with a turbidity tube. This is a tool that we use to measure the turbidity in water. That's where we're looking for particular matter in the water, and we measure that in NTUs, nephelometric turbidity units. What we're going to do is we're going to look for this Secchi disc down here. See, it's the white and black disc. Running down the tube, we'll see measurements. You see 400, 300, 200, all the way up here to 10. And what we do is we simply pour water into the tube and look. And if we cannot see the disc, then we need to take some water out, and we go down and down and down until you're able to see the tube, and then we measure 30 nephelometric turbidity units. So that's a simple way of working out how turbid the water is, how many different particles are in the water. For example, if it rains a lot of soil is going to be disturbed and go into the river, and you're going to have a high turbidity level for the water. At other times it might be really clear and you can fill it right to the top and you're going to have less than 10 NTUs. So that's a turbidity tube. Next we have a pH meter. This can be used to measure, for example, the amount of acid or alkaline in water. So we can take water out of the river, put it into a bucket as we've done here, and test to see what's happening with the river water. Next we have an anemometer. This is a very handy tool that can be used to measure wind speed, as well as this one has temperature as well, which is handy. This is a Lux meter. It measures light, and we use the term lux for light. What this meter helps us to do is work out how strong the canopy above the rainforest is. So we turn it on, we measure the range and the maximum, and we'll do that in the shade, we'll do it in full sunlight, and we'll do it in different areas, and then we're using a couple of mathematical calculations, we should be able to work out what coverage we have of the canopy. So hopefully this has been a helpful video for you to see some of the tools that geographers use out in the field. Tools that allow us geographers to find out what's happening in the environment around us and to make decisions about how best to look after the environment with the information we can gather from these sources.